Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Remember when Michael Jordan's name could turn any product into an instant sellout before it even hit shelves? Well, welcome to the Caitlin Clark era. A new force has just shaken the basketball world so hard that seasoned WNBA pros are breaking a sweat. And it's not from the heat. It's because Caitlin just landed a historic deal that channels MJ's legacy with fearless echoes.
He's like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it. And it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
Caitlin Clark isn't just moving merchandise. She's reshaping the entire landscape. A groundbreaking partnership with a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse that's sending shockwaves through sports business, while some veteran players pretend their league didn't just get outshined. This isn't just another brand deal. It's the biggest basketball partnership since a kid from North Carolina rocked the swoosh and changed everything. Only this time it's a woman leading the charge. Clark commands the hardwood and now dominates the business world. Stick around. By the end, we'll reveal Jordan's powerful message and the one stat only his airness and Caitlin share. Ready for it? Let's get into it.
She's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal.
Here's the scale. Wilson, the official ball supplier for both the NBA and WNBA, just crowned Caitlin Clark as the first woman since Michael Jordan to score her own signature basketball line. You can practically hear Cheryl Swoops grinding her teeth from across the map. The twist? Swoops has been mentioning Clark more than her own career lately, and now Caitlin's brand stands beside MJ's in marketing history. These aren't regular gym balls. They're elegant white and gold collectibles, laser-etched with Clark's career-defining moments. The threes up celebrates her fearless range, the record breaker honors her stat dominance, and the crowd maestro salutes her ability to turn arenas into Beyoncé concerts.
Making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
And it gets wilder. Wilson couldn't keep them in stock. Tens of thousands of these balls disappeared in less than 40 minutes. 40 minutes, faster than A'ja Wilson can drop a cryptic tweet. This wasn't a quiet release. It was a cultural explosion, the kind of instant sellout you'd link with a new iPhone drop or Travis Scott merch. And just when it seemed maxed out, Caitlin dropped another collection, this time teaming up with grocery giant HY. Yep, you heard that right. Caitlin Clark is pulling sneaker-style sellouts straight from supermarket shelves.
Calling all Caitlin Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time within the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee locations.
For Amanda Lamb, Wilson's global brand chief, made it plain. Caitlin Clark isn't just breaking records, she's reshaping the culture. In simple terms, she's not one of the athletes, she is the athlete. That's why Wilson is betting everything on her to lead their women's basketball future. This isn't a one-off campaign. It's a total brand overhaul, and Caitlin's image is now the new face of the sport.
And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That is a problem.
Now that momentum is spreading through the entire league, moves like this are redefining what's possible for women in sports. Clark's not just signing huge deals, she's rewriting the endorsement game, and it's shaking things up. While Caitlin locks down major partnerships, some of the loudest veteran voices are sitting with arms crossed, watching from the sidelines without a deal in sight. Let's be clear, her numbers outshine any bitter post. Caitlin Clark's WNBA games are averaging 1.18 million viewers, triple the league's usual viewership. She's not raising the bar, she's launching it into orbit. One rookie just tripled the league's audience. and she's far from done.
We knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
Packed arenas, record-setting TV audiences, and viral clips lighting up your feed every shoe. Week. People who didn't even know the WNBA existed last year are now organizing their schedules around Indiana Fever games. Why? Because Caitlin Clark brings fireworks every time she hits the court. She's not just playing, she's putting on a show. A one-woman ratings powerhouse, an economic boost for women's basketball, pulling in new viewers left and right. Gen Z calls her a hero. Boomers see a Larry Bird vibe with a TikTok twist. Middle America? They're tuning in like it's Sunday Night Football. Everyone wants a piece of Caitlin Clark, except maybe those few veteran players still wondering how she stole the spotlight without even trying.
But for Caitlin Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. Steph Curry is behind her on the list.
While players like Dijonai Carrington throw shade with subtweets and question Caitlin Clark's star power, she's busy building a billion-dollar empire. Clark's now aligned with Wilson, forming a duo with Michael Jordan so elite it's literally a club of two. Love it or hate it, the numbers don't lie. And this is just her launch pad. Don't believe it? Ask the legends. Mike Breen, the iconic NBA voice, delivered one of the greatest compliments ever, placing Caitlin's name beside basketball royalty. That's not a hot take, it's history being written.
The idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists. Okay. To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pro?
But Caitlin Clark's influence reaches far beyond the court. It's about the empire she's building off it. She's no longer just the WNBA's most exciting player, she's now a marketing phenomenon. Industry experts rank her as the fourth most marketable athlete worldwide. Not just in women's hoops or the WNBA, but globally. She's surpassed household names, entire leagues, and those same veteran critics hiding behind vague posts. Think about it. She's leapt past full brand teams to become the face of the fastest-growing movement in women's sports. With Clark leading, the WNBA's finally getting its spotlight, bigger deals, wider coverage, and a permanent place at the sports industry's table.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there and it was done in 2 weeks. That's who Caitlin Clark is.
While Caitlin's smiling for the cameras and flipping the basketball business on its head, not everyone's cheering. Some league veterans are quietly bitter because Clark isn't just a highlight reel, she's a force of influence, and it's creating tension in some locker rooms. Picture it. A rookie storms in, breaks 62 records, draws over 1 million fans per game, and sells out arenas like she's Taylor Swift in sneakers. Sounds like a league dream, right? Yet some WNBA vets respond with hard fouls, cold stares, and cryptic Instagram posts.
They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be drama because they're jealous.
The WNBA has always prided itself on toughness, unity, and hard-earned respect. A league built by relentless players fighting for recognition. Then Caitlin Clark arrives and flips the script. Suddenly, the attention, deals, and cameras are all pointed at her. To some, it feels like she skipped the grind. But here's the truth. She earned every inch of it. And that resentment? It isn't just on social media. It's showing up on the court. A few players are coming at Clark with extra heat, like they're trying to check her by force. Make no mistake, this is personal. You don't go chest to chest unless you've got a grudge the size of the salary cap.
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they try.
So where's all this frustration coming from? It's simple. Clark's standing in a spotlight most veterans never experienced. She's got the fame, endorsements, media buzz, and cultural impact. Some longtime pros are asking, why wasn't this here when we started? It's a fair question. But none of this is Clark's doing. Even Charles Barkley, famous for his no-filter takes, weighed in, and he didn't hold back. He called out the jealousy for exactly what it is.
She spoke out against that. She got people paid. She got better travel arrangements. She increased the ratings and the revenue, which obviously the WNBA benefited exponentially because now you got a $200 million deal. All of these things being considered, you damn right. It is appropriate that she got Athlete of the Year. She is special, and she's coming.
Let's be honest. Clark is exposing the league's long-standing issues. The pay gaps, weak promotion, and niche following. She didn't create these problems, but she's shining a light on them by showing what true influence looks like. Think about it. Clark's WNBA salary is $76,500. Yep, just 76Ks. Meanwhile, she's projected to make over $11 million through endorsements alone. That's not just a paycheck. It's a spotlight exposing the league's outdated pay system.
What little girl wants to grow up and play in a league where you're targeted like that? How do you sit here and profess and demand that everyone take women's sports seriously when you can't even take it seriously enough to not act like a junior high queen on the court? It's stupid. That's so dumb. It looks like a soap opera.
And that kind of money? It's changing the whole conversation. The idea of multi-million-dollar WNBA contracts isn't fantasy anymore. It's headline news. But if this rising tide is going to lift everyone, the league has to embrace it instead of resisting. The truth is, we're at a crossroads. Clark isn't just a star player. She's a movement. She's forcing the league to grow, to think bigger. And if veterans stay focused on why her, instead of asking what's next, they risk being left behind as the game moves forward without them.
What if I told you a WNBA rookie was out here doing what no one thought was possible and outshining the great Michael Jordan's legacy? How would you react? Caitlin Clark is the girl flipping the script. Her rookie numbers are ridiculous. Fans, analysts, and even Michael Jordan stans are
just when you thought the Caitlin Clark hype couldn't grow any louder, a legendary voice entered the scene. Someone we hadn't heard from in this entire saga until now. A voice so powerful it made the entire basketball world stop and listen. Michael Jordan. And what he said about Caitlin Clark? Yeah, it changed everything.
You know well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third full.
Let's talk about a massive moment. Michael Jordan, the undisputed GOAT, the man behind a sneaker empire, just gave Caitlin Clark the highest praise imaginable. And this wasn't some casual mention. Jordan lit up as he spoke about how incredible it is to see kids dribbling with Clark's signature basketball, just like generations used to copy his moves. This wasn't a compliment. It was a passing of the crown from Jumpman to the queen of long-range shots. But MJ didn't stop there. He declared that the WNBA owes Clark for everything she's doing to uplift the sport. And when Michael Jordan says a league needs to start respecting someone, you don't argue, you listen. No one understands what it takes to transform a sport, like the man who made basketball a global obsession.
He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting all of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA.
Clark's influence is already reshaping everything. She's not just the leader of her team, she's the spark behind a marketing revolution. Major brands aren't just signing her, they're restructuring entire strategies around her. And unlike past stars who took years to hit this level, Clark's moment is happening right now. She's not waiting. She's building her legacy. In real time. This isn't luck. It's a movement in full swing. As she keeps draining deep threes, filling arenas and scoring global deals, the real question isn't whether she'll stay at the top. It's how high she can take the league. Because what we're witnessing isn't just a rising athlete. It's a powerful shift accelerating fast. And the craziest part? Caitlin Clark is just getting started. Do you agree? Drop a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and check out the next video. You don't want to miss what's coming next.